West Vigo boys basketball coach Joe Boehler. West Vigo just beat Southmont 78-54. And Joe, you can tell me, how indicative of this is this of the way you guys have played? You've won 5 of 7. I know you lost last night, but is this kind of getting back to the things that have made you successful over the last couple of weeks?
I'm just real excited with how we're sharing the basketball on the offensive end. I think we had 4 guys in double figures tonight. And on most nights, when we feel like we play a good basketball game, we have a lot of guys contributing. We are a team in the truest sense, and that it takes all of us and everybody playing their role and fulfilling their role. And when we got guys doing that, we are usually pretty successful when we show up.
3-point shots, when they fall, the hope is that they open some things up, and certainly that was the case tonight. 2 different runs. Started with threes. The first one was I think entirely threes, and then the second one, kind of got everything else going. Your team has the capability to do that, and obviously they show that, don't they?
Yeah, we've got several shooters, and we try to spread the floor a lot, and hopefully that opens some things up on the inside for some of our big guys. We know Austin and Ty. We feel like they can control the paint a little bit for us, but that takes our shooters on the perimeter opening some things up for them. So again, it all kind of goes back to teamwork.
I thought Kernstein, even though he only had a point, he had some key rebounds there in the first half. Swick had 8 rebounds in the first quarter for Southmont, and he kind of put a stop to that. And from that point forward, even though he doesn't get the points, kind of gave you some energy and got things going.
Yeah, I think Tyler does a great job for us. He probably doesn't get it as much recognition as some of the other guys because he's not putting a whole lot of points on the board every night. But he's really a glue guy for us. He comes in off the bench. He makes a little bit of a sacrifice in being one of those guys coming off the bench. But when he gets in there, he's a contributor. He knows exactly what we're asking him to do out on the floor, and he's a great defender. He's a strong, athletic kid who really does a great job going to the boards, and he understands what we want him to do.
Marshall's next, obviously very solid team. They play in a lot of ways. They don't play exactly like you do, but they have a lot of shooters and can spread the floor a little bit. Talk about that matchup coming up. Should be a good one.
Offensively, they kind of remind me of the Edgewood team that we played last night, and the fact that they're going to put 4 shooters out on the floor and challenge you to get all of them covered, and they're going to spread you out. So that's going to be a big challenge for us. Hopefully we learned a little bit last night from our game with Edgewood, which I thought we played well, even though we came up on the short end. But again, another very big game for us. We've been playing well as of late, so hopefully, it's a good game for us to it's a measuring stick to kind of see where we're at with things. I consider Marshall to be one of the better teams on our schedule. Coach Brandon does a great job with that team, and it'll be a good game for us to see where we're at.
All right, fair enough, Joe. I appreciate it.